that time of year, baby. Mid-season finale of The Flash. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Great crossover yesterday. Last week was just really good on all aspects. And the end of the crossover, Flash related, ended with the wedding. Finally. Barry and Iris West. Now it's Iris West Allen, probably. I hope that's it. I hope we can get on track here with The Flash in terms of let's focus on a villain, an intriguing story, no more talk about marriage, none of that shit anymore. I just want to get a good, decent story. Arrow, that's a whole nother story. Alright, let's get into it, guys. And especially for the mid-season finale, if you want to check out the full reaction, make sure you go on to the Patreon page and support the channel. It really goes a long way. Just found out that my rent is really in trouble with the landlord right now, so I may not have a home in 2018. A little worried about that, so gotta cough up some money. Gotta cough up some money in a flash. Let's get into it, guys. Your latest reaction to the mid-season finale to The Flash starts now.
39.5-foot pole.
I could have sworn Earth 2's Christmas is a little different.
Holiday shift, but I think I got her the perfect gift.
Yikes. Did Rudolph just diarrhea all over your tree?
Cool. True humbugs. It's a Festivus miracle.
No, don't get me wrong, Ralphie. Baking soda! Baking soda!
What am I watching?
Sorry, what's that about? You guys were hanging out with Killer Frost?
Oh yeah.
Hey, if you see my girl Kay Frost later, tell her what I said about the baking soda.
Debbie.
Too much?
Merry Christmas.
Oliver and Felicity. We have an espresso machine. All right.
Okay, not on the registry, but
No.
I guess getting married during our wedding wasn't on the registry either, so yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm not bitter.
Great. It's another set of knives. It's not even a full set.
Huh?
Yeah, it's one knife. That's just shoddy gifting.
Let me see.
Don't tell me it's the knife that was used to murder his mom.
I'm gonna have to run when I'm with you.
That's touching. Nice job, Barry. I was about to say, what is he doing? Like, what? They're actually a pretty nice couple. I kind of like them. Killer Frost. Wow. Wow.
Your friends would much rather be with you than with her.
Thanks, Harry.
You're welcome.
Goddamn. He's like, okay, we need Killer Frost now. Oh, shit. No! The hashtag feminism episode villain. What's up, RoboCop?
Hide.
Oh, shit.
I blocked your clock.
You okay? Be right back.
What's up with those random Christmas decorations over there? Wow. No, seriously, why is a garbage can decorated? I wonder how much of this is actual, holy shit, green screen.
I need you.
Oh!
Meet your patient. Talking about an intricate cranial foreign body retraction at best. At worst, that's an
I'm
endoscopic.
going to stop you there because I've absolutely no idea what you're saying. But you see, it does not matter.
She kind of reminds me of a mix of Jack Sparrow and Terry Hatcher or something like that.
Oh, I almost forgot. Should he die, you die as well.
Very Jack Sparrow. All the MDs in the world, and they need her. That was like one too many zoom ups.
What a metahuman is.
Listen, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't rob a bank or something.
No, I know. People with abilities, people like you, they're...
He has really nice eyes.
Special.
Especially the ammunition.
But if that shard were to fracture...
Cause permanent motor skills impairment or brain deficits.
Why does he...
How did
Reading
you...
minds?
You have telepathic abilities.
That's kind of cool how they used his powers with the sound effects.
So I'm here for a reason.
Yes, Mr. Allen, so that I may teach you. I am, after all, first and foremost,
A teacher.
You made sure.
I just realized he has kind of like a Punisher skull design on his head. A nice little recap for those who haven't been watching this
points of my
fucking
agenda
season
are
so
not
far.
part of today.
You're not as smart as you think.
Yes, I am.
Maybe I should turn my hand into a fat fish.
Hey, guys.
I thought it said fat dick.
What is wrong with those two?
You.
Excuse me?
Thank you.
Yo, what's wrong?
The voice of
You're a
God.
team leader. Team leader's supposed to make the tough call.
There can only be one. She carries
Thank you.
around a bag of scraps. Metal scraps.
Why can't you just appreciate how nice I've been to you?
She reminds me a little bit of
Your
Ayumi.
options were
If you guys remember her.
limited to handsy pilots powerless to stop them. There are any number of doctors I could have come to for this procedure. I did
That's
not. I
right.
came to you because you, Caitlin Snow, are and have always been remarkable.
It's a weird episode. I don't know how I feel about
So,
this.
with that, and do the bloody thing.
It's got this weird mouth too.
The truth is, I haven't had friends in a while. I'm sure you find that hard to believe given my good looks and winning personality. But
You're here. And you're helping.
Is he really? And Iris comes back to get the team
Caitlin's in
together.
a vulnerable state right now. And Barry can take care of himself.
Yeah.
Extracting the foreign object.
She did it. Could freeze him.
The rhythmic tone of a steady heartbeat. I need to hear a beat, 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 Siri, or Dominic won't be the only flatliner in the room.
Oh, you're good.
We're clear.
Oh shit.
They're all out.
40 psi of inhalation anesthetic. That'll keep them out, but not for long.
Wow.
So pointy. Yeah, what he said.
Although, if you want to give me your phone number, we can Netflix and chill.
Yo, she hot though, but this episode, I don't know. Alright, let's see if this pays off. Wow. Here we go again. Wow. That's pretty cool. Whee!
Rotation mode activated.
Y'all remember that one, right?
Barry.
So what exactly was the Thinker's plan all this time?
I don't usually say or do the right thing. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry.
Well, you really went all out, Ralph. Thanks.
It looks great, man. Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Oh, wow.
How did he get in the house? Did he just break in?
It was... Looks like Gypsy came through, I guess. Wait. This is a breakup
Oh
I thought things were going so well
no!
with you and Gypsy.
cube. That makes two of us.
Ramon, that's not a breakup cube. You should open that when you're alone.
No.
Oh.
If she's gonna break
No,
up with
it's
me,
a
I wanna hear
porno
why.
No,
cube.
Ramon, okay.
Somebody told me you've been a very naughty boy this year. Why don't you come over and jingle my bells, huh?
Sweet baby
You wanna
Jesus.
jingle my bells a little bit?
Not not a breakup cube.
And I promise, it's not going to be a silent night.
It's a porno cue.
Do you mind if I
Take that to your house.
No, Wally?
You can make it.
You still in Blue Valley?
Can't believe you.
What? What?
Dominic, I'm so glad you came. Come on in. This is
Another young black man
Thank you.
opening the door on Christmas in the Flash.
is
Bitchin'.
festive. No.
What? What is it?
Security at the loft. It's probably just more gifts being delivered. I'll be right back. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Allen.
Oh!
You really have an acute sense of detection and wit.
The thinker.
Like I said, Mr. Allen, you were incapable of seeing the breadth of my machinations.
Only your unique abilities will allow me to do.
This. Wow.
This.
He's gonna Eobard Thawne him, basically. Wow. But on a positive note, the wife has really upgraded. Really upgraded.
I have no interest in your family. Besides, you're gonna need someone to miss you when you're gone.
What did you do?
I merely left something for you.
The knife.
It's a regift, as it were. I don't have need for it anymore.
What the fuck? Ah! So the police are gonna think.
Alan? CCPD, open up! Open up there!
Wow! Run, Barry, run!
Don't run.
Keep your hands where I can see him, Barry. Clear!
Wow! I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming.
Barry Allen, you're under arrest for the murder of Clifford DeVoe.
Wow!
Excuse me. I have to go. I told you I'd stand beside you.
That's a huge upgrade. I'm not gonna lie though. She don't see that. Oh shit.
Now let's bring about the enlightenment.
Enlightenment. So there you have it, folks. That is the mid-season finale of The Flash. I'm thinking. No, I will just say after giving it some thought, after doing my reaction, my initial reaction, which is like 30 seconds on Stardust app. Make sure you check that out, okay? Akasan's got to pay that rent money, baby. So if you add the Stardust app, that would be great. And you can make sure you add me first. Of course, your boy Akasan, aka SAM. Alright, all that being said, outside of the Stardust app, and my initial reaction, after thinking about it for a little bit, the episode, the way it blended together, was actually good. Unfortunately, going into the crossover, going in after the crossover, I was hoping that after the crossover, and now that Iris and Barry had gotten married, that we were gonna finally start seeing more of Flash, actually. Flash running around, doing Flash things, doing a lot of stuff. But from the beginning of the episode, they started showing, like, Barry wasn't really that interested in doing anything a speedster would do. Slowing down, cleaning. He just wants to slow down and enjoy his time with Iris. And I was like, that's cool, but, I want to see this dude do some shit finally. And unfortunately, as we come to find out, unfortunately, we don't see that at all. Mostly at all. We see a little bit of running, and then we see him vibrate. We see him do some stuff, but honestly, the crossover episodes had more of Flash being the Flash than this entire season. If you really think about it, we really haven't seen Barry really doing anything amazing. Even Wally in the crossover did something pretty goddamn cool. And so it's a little sad, and given what we're about to see right now with it's intriguing, don't get me wrong, it's intriguing of us. It's going to be an intriguing story, but with Barry being behind bars, and he's kind of suffering somewhat the same fate as his father. Like, when I saw that knife, I was just like, is that the knife that someone gave him? Like that he used to kill his mom, like, plant it and shit. It's pretty crazy. This point is really weird. Really weird, but it is an intriguing story for Barry Allen. It does remind me a little bit of the Bruce Wayne fugitive storyline, where Bruce Wayne gets framed up for murdering, I think, a woman or something like that. He could obviously break out, but he can't. So then all of his people around him need to protect Gotham. And I might be wrong, because this is when I first started getting reintroduced into Batman comics. I might be wrong, but maybe Nightwing took up being Batman temporarily just to walk around a few times. I don't know. I know he did with Battle of the Cowl when Batman was dead or whatever, right? But Batgirl would check up on the new Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, would check up on Bruce Wayne, and he'd just be like, no, don't break me out, like that. So that might be where they're going for it. It's going to be intriguing to see if Ralph, Mr. Detective, can actually help break Barry out or prove his innocence. And furthermore, on top of that, it kind of annoys me as to why, Ralph is supposed to be a great detective, right? But the entire episode, he was just screaming at laptops and our screens and just making dumb jokes. Like, I thought that he was actually going to be able to help track down one of the two. So I hope that Ralph's detective skills really start to come into play, because otherwise, to me, he's just kind of an annoying, sexist kind of jokester or whatever, a ludicrous type of comedy that is a little too much sometimes with this show. So, especially because the timing is in weird spots. So I hope we actually do see some of him actually come in and do something a little more interesting other than being there to make potty jokes and shit. I liked what Joe was doing in there. Harrison Wells, I thought he did a really good job in there. The Killer Frost thing, it was interesting what they were doing, Caitlin. It was in the beginning of the episode, it was kind of boring, but to make it up with that twist at the end, I thought was pretty good. There are a lot of questions going into this next year. Did the Thinker, did he drown early on? Or did he fake his villainous way? Like, did they need to lock up Barry just to keep him out of the way as they were doing the other plan? It was all kind of elaborate, but at the same time, at the end, it was just like, wait, what? So now, because what I was originally thinking was, okay, he drowned or whatever, right? And so now, wouldn't his body be kind of bloated or so? But it seems to be that we saw this afterwards. This all happened afterwards, and I'm wondering, so the switch took place after Barry escaped, I'm assuming. It would have been kind of interesting if it would have been, I was gonna say it would have been kind of interesting more if the Thinker came back when Barry was getting out of the cage, and then like Barry just really fucked him up or something like that, and ran away or something like that, and like the guy, the original guy, the black guy, is now in this body and he's trying to tell him, you know, I'm not who you think I am and whatever, but it didn't work. I'm assuming that guy is dead now, right? It was kind of interesting because it was also a bit of a throwback to season 1, and the only reason I just clearly remember this so much is because 2 days ago, one of my students, they now have The Flash on Hulu in Japan, and one of my students was starting to ask me how come there are 2 reverse Flashes, because they have season 1 to 3 and then Legends of Tomorrow also, and they're like, how come the face is different? So I had to explain how that was going and how that worked with the whole body thing in season 1. So it was kind of interesting to see this pulled yet again, and also having, like I said earlier, having another young black man at the Wells family house open up the door. And where was, like, they kind of explained it with Wally, so that's interesting that he's going off again, fighting crime, so I hope that Teen Titans thing really pays off. The Robin thing was pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and go to the question of the video. So here I am. Here's what I want to know about from you guys, because I'm starting to see a trend here with season 1, or this season, and this season of The Flash and this season with Arrow, is we're actually not seeing the actual main guys playing their respective characters. We're not seeing Barry Allen basically be the Flash. We saw 1 episode come back, and it's kind of like we're seeing less and less of him. I mean, yes, he is doing stuff, but just not as much as we remembered, right? Or not as impressive as we remembered. Secondly, then with Oliver and Arrow, we haven't seen this dude in the Green Arrow suit. We saw him more in the crossover doing Green Arrow stuff than we've seen the entire season of Arrow, and it's John's been replacing him. It's been cool, but we're seeing more Barry Allen than the Flash and more of Oliver Queen than Arrow. I want to know, what do you think about this reversal, essentially? I'm seeing a lot more of the side characters actually take over the stories, and the main characters are sitting on the side. I'm trying to see if Supergirl is doing exactly the same thing, because I've been keeping up with Supergirl, but the thing about Supergirl is, I feel like the characters are written better, and these side characters are actually more interesting because a lot of the side characters also have powers. And the villain, whomever the villain is with Rain, is more interesting actually. Like they're spending a lot more time on them, but it's actually a more interesting type of world, dealing with Mon-El, his sexy ass wife. Kara is okay to sometimes be in the backdrop because it's like whatever. So I highly recommend you guys start catching up on Supergirl, because the season 1, yes, was a bit not really for us, but season 2 and season 3, in my opinion, has been really good, and as I've said before, most improved. It's actually, for me, maybe the most consistent up there with Arrow. Legends, I'm just not really a big fan of overall for whatever reasons. I've just not been that interested in the story. I watch it, but it's more of a background thing that I watch, not really fully invested or so. But they were great in the crossover too. That's a whole nother thing. So I am very curious what you guys think. In regards to last week's, or 2 weeks ago's question of the video, Watano Magano has said, yeah, Akasan, love has been one of the main focuses of The Flash ever since season 3. The whole Iris death at the hands of Savitar, and oh shit, the Flash has to save her so they can get married, blah 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 blah. It really took a lot away from that season, especially an actual proper origin flashback story for Savitar. Yes, I agree here with what he's saying. Definitely, I just feel like ever since season 3, it just, like, they've really focused a lot on relationships or love being the pinnacle point, which when it was more of a side thing, it was a little easier to digest and be like, come on, let's focus on science. Let's focus on retelling these awesome comic book storylines. So, Kian M. Tamar says, Flash should ditch this dumb, sickening, sweet team and work alone like Batman. I wouldn't say exactly that, because Batman does work with other people in an interesting way as a good team leader, the same way Oliver is doing. And I think it can work well, but it's just, they've really sidelined Barry a lot in terms of the like, I've never seen him actually make any real decisions this season. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I've seen him, you know, we finally saw him, like, I've seen him be obsessive over, like, the Thinker and the identity revealed and breaking the motherfuckers' houses, so that when he does do something, it's kind of been a dumb idea, but he's really just been leaving it up to Iris to do some stuff. And Sydney writes in, and she says, answer of the day, love has always been the centerpiece for the show, at least. Barry functions only from the love and support of the people around him. Fair enough. Season 1, the love of his mother sparks him to find her murderer. Season 2, Zoom's lack of love made him into the homicidal maniac he was, which paralleled with Barry on how if he didn't have love and support, he would be like Zoom too. Fair enough. I just feel there's been more action and more interest in, like, intrigue, where love has been that subtle background, but it hasn't been full front. Season 3, Flashpoint is spawned from his love of his parents and wanting to get them back, and then Savitar is made because of the loss of his love, Iris. This has always been the theme for the Flash. I can't say the same for the other shows because I don't watch them, but this is definitely the case for this one. Fair enough, fair enough. I think that was actually well stated, Sydney. I get where you're coming from. I just have never seen it pushed so forefront where there actually hasn't been much of anything else interesting going on. We finally saw something going on with that great Thinker episode, and I'm like, this is fucking good, man. Let's keep it going. And then it just kind of, well, to be fair, the crossover was really good. So if you eliminate the crossovers, this mid-season finale worked out fairly well. So it's not bad, and it was a very interesting intrigue. It's just that we better not start off the mid-season premiere with goddamn half the episode Barry and Iris crying through jail cells, or we're gonna have like this like parallel thing with Barry on the phone putting his hand up to the wall, and Iris is like, I promise with all my heart, Barry, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get you out of here. And then next scene you're gonna see Iris coming in. All right, guys, we need to figure out how do we get Barry out of jail ASAP. We know he didn't do it. Ralph, I'm gonna need you to do this. Cisco, I'm gonna need you to do this. Like, you know, all this shit. We need to find a clue, evidence at all costs. I'm like, and then on top of that, I don't have a problem with her delegating that, but then the problem is she's gonna be the rest of the episode. Do I miss Barry. I miss Barry. I can't do this alone. Like that. Didn't she used to be a reporter? Get out there and get some evidence. That's my point. If she's actually doing something, then it's a little better. But it was very interesting to see Harrison Wells drop that. Like, you're the problem. Like, oh man. Anyways, guys, sorry to leave it on such a down note. I wish that mid-season finale sparked up something more interesting, but I also think that is the conclusion. That's the roundabout. That's the epitome of what this season has been focused on and has me commenting on, basically. Just like with the crossover, when there's a big death that happens, I felt like that should have been the biggest thing, but everybody's just talking about a double wedding. It's kind of like, like, I want to get back to just talking about science, other Earths, other dimensions, other timelines. Like that's the shit that I really enjoy the most. That's what I enjoyed the most about season 1 and season 2 is I could sit there on my days off or during my lunch break and draw out timelines, and it was very fun to kind of talk about that. This is that, you know. All right, guys, my name is Akasan. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for hanging out with my reaction and review again. Stardust, the app. I imagine you should probably check it out if you really want to see. With Rift TV being gone, Stardust came to me and offered me an awesome deal, and I'm more than happy to be using this app now. And if you want to see my reactions to Punisher and all the other stuff, Dragon Ball in particular, all that other stuff that I used to do on Rift.tv, I think you should definitely check out that Stardust app. Okay? I'll leave a link in the description below, and make sure you add me first. And on top of that, what we're going to start doing with the Stardust stuff in the future is you guys will post your reactions as well on Stardust, and I'm going to utilize them for the in slate of my reaction review shows. Okay, we can make a Stardust corner or something. So I'm gonna try and find a way to get the Red Dread Nation involved just a little bit more, but all that will come up after the crossover is back. Okay, I'll make more announcements. Sorry, after all the CW shows are back on. Okay, guys, if this is the last video, tune in for me with all the reactions and such and reaction review shows for The Flash. I will see you next year, okay? If not, hang out with the channel. Please hit up that Patreon if you want the full reaction. And we got a lot of other good stuff, unboxings, got a Callie, I don't know why I was thinking about Callie, but got something, a nice dress coming in for Callie. A few dresses actually coming in. We will unbox it tomorrow. I gotta go, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace!